From Nutrien Ag Solutions, I'm Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, May 15th, 2023. We're talking about a ridge of high pressure across Western Canada. You can see it with the satellite picture right now, the jet stream lifting well up toward the north of the Prairie provinces. That is allowing high pressure and warmer temperatures, dry conditions across the region. That has again allowed fire weather to become another problem across the region. We've got many active fire spots north of Highway 16, and especially northern Alberta and northern portions of Saskatchewan. But really, this is a problem propping up all the way from the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. through Western Canada and then into parts of the northern plains of the United States with this warmer, drier weather across the region. So here's today's fire weather risk. Again, extreme across a widespread portion of the prairie. The same holds true tomorrow. We do have a front coming through midweek, though, that will squash these conditions, at least temporarily, as we head through the rest of the week. Now, again, with that high pressure in place, temperatures on the warm side, we've got morning temps around 10 degrees, even some locations here in the low to mid-teens. As we get started, the sun just coming up here on Monday morning. And here's the picture, the jet stream picture, as we get started early this week. Again, a trough in the Pacific Ocean, a large ridge building across Western Canada. That is allowing this kind of split flow, this temporarily kind of blocked up pattern that's going to allow hotter temperatures. But that's the key right there. No, we are not steamrolling, at least not yet, into a hotter and drier summer pattern. This is a hotter and drier week that we're looking at here. If I put this into motion, you'll see that the pattern is progressive, and that means it continues to move. We are not going to become blocked in this hot, dry pattern. Let me go ahead and hit play on that. You see the ridge lingers, and then it goes away as we come into the early part of next week. And it's not just an illusion here with the one run of the operational, European operational run. Here's the ensemble look. You can see the ridge weaken as we head through the rest of the week, and then getting into early next week, we see those jet stream heights lowering. That should mean we bring in a more active pattern, one that offers more in the way of rain chances, but then one that also kind of puts the heat back south of our region here, at least temporarily. So again, I'm not trying to make a prognosis for the entire summer, but I'm telling you right now, this hot, dry weather that we've been dealing with this week and kind of the week prior is not, something that's going to just run out unending through the rest of the summer. So I know that we're nervous here after what we saw in 2021, but I'm not seeing that just right now. As we look at the precipitation forecast, we'll look at this front sweeping through here Wednesday into Thursday. That's going to bring a chance for showers across eastern portions of the prairie. So hot, sunny, and dry today. Same thing for most folks tomorrow, but then on Wednesday, we see this frontal boundary sweep through. People in eastern Saskatchewan, southern Manitoba may be seeing a shower, perhaps a rumble of thunder here. Not really looking at much in the way of instability out ahead of this, but maybe enough to get a couple rumbles of thunder, not looking at a big severe weather event here. And then on the backside here, the area of low pressure, maybe some showers, perhaps even a couple snowflakes across eastern Saskatchewan into central portions of Manitoba on Thursday morning. Not looking at an accumulating event here, but maybe just some cold air coming on the backside, some cooler showers, maybe a couple of snowflakes as the upper level low kind of sinks through the region. Now this is a light precipitation event and pretty much divided here. West, you're not looking at any precipitation here over the next 5 days, and then east here, eastern Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba. Highly variable precipitation totals here. Most folks going to see only light rain. Maybe 15 to 20 millimeters, getting up toward half an inch in some areas where we see a heavier shower move through, but by and large just enough to kind of wet the top layer of the soil there as this front sweeps on through. Good agreement. We would look at the European. This was the NAM model, and then here is the European. Pretty much total agreement on the location and the overall distribution of the precipitation here. Mostly light, a few pockets of some heavier precipitation here Wednesday into Thursday morning. We'll look at the wider picture, the European model, over the next 10 days. There's our Wednesday, Thursday front. We dry out again for the weekend, but then early next week, there's that pattern change. And I want to show you something too here. Let's go ahead and look at the timing here first. This is our dry Monday and Tuesday. Here's Wednesday, and now Thursday. We head into the weekend a bit on the quiet side, on the dry side. High pressure slides in. We won't quite warm up as much as we have over the last few days, but still warmer and drier over the weekend. But then here comes the trough. Here comes the pattern change. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, early next week. And what I wanted to show you is this is not, again, just an illusion being put out there by the European model. Here's the Euro on the left, the GFS on the right. Some slight disagreements on the timing here, but overall an agreement on the pattern shift. We get this Wednesday, Thursday front, brings some rain into the east. We dry out again for the weekend, but then early next week, we start to squash that ridge. We bring in some lower pressure that's going to return the chance for more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. and cooler temperatures. So that's what I mean here. The pattern is not getting locked into this heat dome or anything like that. It's something we're dealing with. It's certainly delivering problems. I don't mean to minimize the fires that we're seeing now and the other issues being brought on by the heat and the dryness, but the only thing I'm trying to kind of convey here is this is not something that we see running out unending into the end of May on into the beginning of June. This pattern offers variety. Unfortunately, that means some hot and dry pattern or some hot and dry stretches, but it also does mean there is cooler, potentially rainy weather on the horizon, and not all that far off on the horizon either. We're talking about, a shot of precipitation here days 3 and 4, and then another chance of some precipitation coming in here early next week, days 7, 8, 9. So it's, on a cadence of every 4 or 5 days, we're getting a front and some chances for some precipitation. So let's watch this together as the week evolves, but know that there is that looming pattern change here early next week. Same thing with temperatures. Again, we're going to see the heat much of this week, early this week again, maybe returning toward the weekend, but by and large, kind of shifting the hottest temperatures a bit south of the region as we get into next week. Here's what that looks like. Some of our select cities again. Calgary on the warm side to start the week, cooling off as we get into midweek, warming up again over the weekend, cooling off again as we head into early next week. So there you see it. Your fronts come through kind of right there, and that's where you have your chance for precipitation. Again, Calgary, you're a little bit far west for this one here Thursday and Friday, but you see the overall pattern here, again, offering up some variety as we head through the middle part of May. Saskatoon, here's your shot. 30 degrees for the high on Tuesday, 16 for the high on Wednesday. So that is a big fall off there, and you will see that chance for at least some light rain. You'll see that as well in Regina, and then Winnipeg, you too. We'll see that chance for some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder Wednesday night into Thursday morning, perhaps even a snowflake by the time you get into Thursday afternoon and evening. I will talk to you again next Monday morning.